As a middle child, growing up in the 905, 4 sisters and a big brother. My big brother wasn't really around, and I was smack dab. I got 2 little sisters and 2 elder sisters. I had to be creative in my speech. I had to be creative in my movement. I just had to be creative like every single day, and I didn't necessarily know that was creativity, but it was. When I first came to Parkdale, I had never lived with a community of artists before. So I had been on the other side of the noise complaint for so long. I had been the one complaining about the noise. When I embraced that, I realized, well, that means I can be making some noise too. The way I view music isn't the way a lot of people view it, that like deserves respect, that deserves and commands attention, you know, something that can transport people. If anything was gonna save the world, it would be music. I think working hard as a full-time creative just means showing up every day. Because you can't force catharsis. Tried that. I know for myself, whenever I'm working on music or visuals, I'm trying to raise the standard and I'm trying to raise the bar because I feel like the bar is way too low. I wanted to challenge the toxic masculinity. I didn't grow up around a lot of men. I grew up around my sisters and my mother. I was gifted a different perspective early on.
Welcome to Patchouli. Ready to learn how to be a florist?
I am.
So we're gonna make some nice, pretty, summery tabletop arrangements.
Do you go in with an idea or do you like sometimes kind of freestyle?
Sometimes I'll just kind of like wing it and kind of see the natural curve and where it wants to go.
It's just like music, it's the same thing. Sometimes I go in with an entire game plan and sometimes I'm just letting the music make itself.
Have you ever worked with flowers before?
Yeah, when I was growing up, my mom has this eclectic garden.
Did you ever garden with your mom?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. The first few times it was punishment.
It was a chore?
I had been suspended from school for roughhousing, so I was in the field all day, and that's when I grew a real respect. I think staring back at it when it's completely finished is such a high. It reminds me a lot of like the thrill of like finishing a song or an album, because you're going in with these different pieces, this like different DNA, these different textures, and then putting them together. Seeing the final product is always such a good feeling.
Totally. Do you have a favorite flower?
Sunflowers remind me of my daughter.
Oh, that's really nice.
And lilies are my mother's favorite.
Okay, I'm done. So are you
My turn. Yeah.
Ready to try?
This arrangement is probably going to be for my new place. My partner and I were living in Parkdale for a very long time. When we were living there, times were very difficult, and I'm very happy and proud to say that we've moved to the next level of things in our lives.
What do you guys think? You feeling good?
I like it. That's the money shot right there. It's nice to be in the backyard because of my mother and how she raised me and seeing her dedication to her garden. It was like a place of meditation and zen for her. You know, when she's gone, it's a connection that we can always, you know, have, you know, while I'm on this earth. You know, anytime I think of flowers, I think of my mother because of that.